I think it does show up there. I can't remember exactly. Yeah, it does show up. Zero people out there.
Maybe I can quick put some chapstick on.
Don't do that. Oh, you already popped it open.
I got two. Is it the Amaya? Is it the Aaron? Is it Eden? It is Amaya. Hello, yeah. Barriques Coffee.
It's going to YouTube as well. It's broadcasting to YouTube as well. This is pretty good.
So excited to see you.
Too much information.
Damn.
Oh, God. We're definitely going to have to do this live. When this is all over, not all over, but when this is like mostly over, we're going to have to get a live television audience to do this thing one night.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
Have a little gallery.
Yep. All right, we will get started in 15 seconds.
We're wearing them.
I got my hat.
We're wearing hats. Festive.
Very. I did ask why you didn't have your red pointy hat.
It was the fox. The fox threw me off.
Totally. Hopefully our other guest joins us, so we are going to go and add the petite to trivia first. I think we can get started. All right, buddy. Welcome. My favorite. I want to know who that guy is. Welcome to another edition of the Barriques Coffee, Wine, and Treats show, the second to last show of 2020, which is pretty crazy. I believe this is our 39th show. I think the last show will be our 40th of the year. Which is pretty good. Yeah.
Wow,
sure.
40 shows in a year.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll actually literally be live at some point. So we've got a pretty fun list of things to talk through tonight. We have two guests, one who is going to talk at you, one is going to talk with you and challenge your trivia skills. We've been hard at work on getting another round of wine and trivia scheduled, and we have been successful. And we have the gentleman who is the trivia master who's going to join us in a little bit and give you a few holiday-themed questions. Is that what the deal was? Of course, we've got a wine. We've already broken into that bad boy. A few other tastings to talk to you about, a couple little last-minute kind of gifty things, and we'll wrap it up with a pretty special, hope you haven't blown your bourbon budget yet, type of gift. So let's get right on and start talking about our wine of the week, which is the Adami Prosecco. One should always have a bottle of Adami Prosecco in your refrigerator.
Oh yeah,
at all times.
This covers so many bases. Anywhere from Sunday morning brunch, mimosas, all the way through celebrations, job promotion. You should just have one around. I mean, it's very versatile. It's it's not a bone dry, biscuity, French champagne style where you got to intellectually dive into it. This has got so much more friendly, and it goes down smooth.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a nice lush style. The bubble's beautiful. This is not done in the Charmant style. This is actually done traditionally, so the bubble actually happens in the bottle, not in tank. And these guys have been doing it for 80 years?
Yeah, it's been close to 100 years.
Yeah.
Close to 100 years.
So I had a chance to meet them I think, in 2007. Met the two brothers that are running the estate now. Crazy, really fun guys. They're not traditional Italians. Let's put it that way.
Why? In what regard?
They're not very. They're more loose, more fun going, not so business like. We had an ongoing joke when we traveled around Italy. We always knew who was the owner of the winery because they always wore a tailored blue shirt. I kid you not. Like everywhere we went, you saw the person with a tailored blue.
That was the man.
That was the man.
In this case, probably.
And these guys, no way.
No way. Yeah.
No. They had crazy dress shirts with wild patterns on them and stuff like that. So,
cool.
Yeah.
This is from really what is considered the premier region for Prosecco in Italy. And like Vin had said, these guys have been doing this for, I think his first name, wasn't it the first name of the father, Abel?
Yeah.
Abel Adami. That's a great name. Man, if you're in school, you're going to be first in literally everything.
You get the front, except for when you didn't want the front seat.
Well, that's true.
You get the first question.
I don't know. As a W last name, I kind of coveted, not that I wanted to sit up front, but, I was always last. Anyway, Abel Adami started this little winery in a kind of a unique location within Italy. And it's pretty
Can
wine.
you see the bubbles?
It's
really pretty bubbles.
It's a bubbly that we've had in the store for many years. It's typically about $15.49 on the shelf, and $12.99 is the deal price now through basically, I believe, like next week Wednesday, next week Thursday. So it's a great, inexpensive sparkling wine, bubbly to fill your fridge up for some of those tough Sundays that we have facing us in January.
For those of you who have to work all day tomorrow or Friday, standing cooking for the rest of the family.
Yeah. This
is what you need in the kitchen while you're working.
For sure. And definitely for that New Year's thing that's coming up in a week or so.
We have a lot to celebrate.
Thank God.
Moving on.
We're
moving on.
I'm going to drink something probably a little more expensive than Prosecco, but this would be a good one maybe for the next morning when you are, hair of the dog and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah. So great. So that is the Adami Prosecco. Any of those things that we talk about tonight are available for sale out on the barriquesmarket.com website. You just go up to events, and we are, believe it or not, December 23rd show, or events, CWT, December 23rd show. Everything we're going to talk about tonight, minus one thing which isn't quite out there, is available for sale and subsequent pickup in one of our locations. So you can get the Adami. You can get a lot of other pretty neat things, but the Adami is one that you don't want to pass up if you like sparkling wine. I don't know. I think it's pretty great. All right, let's talk about tasting. So we have been pounding the ground on these exclusive tastings. You have just basically like another day before the big Christmas day coming up on Friday. We have 3 tastings that we planned a while back that are all taking place on Fridays in January. And we kick things off with the High West Distillery tasting, the folks from Park City. I believe, last time I checked, it was a little earlier today, I think we only have 3 of those left.
We have 3 left.
3 left. So
3 packs left.
That should be a lot of fun. Almost sold out on that. That is $90, and that event takes place on January 8th. So basically the second Friday, I guess it is, of the new year. I mean, what else would you rather be doing on like the beginning of January than drinking a bunch of whiskey? That should be good. So that's gonna be cool. The second one on the 15th, that's the following Friday, is the Four Graces Winery. Tim Jones is the winemaker for those guys, and we actually have him with us. I actually see that he's one-upped us on the hat department, which is a little depressing, but that's okay. We're going to bring him on and tell us a little bit about it. But this is $99, and in this case, there's 4 different bottles of wine, and the winemaker Tim will be there with us, and we are going to bring him on.
I'm going to tell you also.
Okay.
I'm betting on the Pinot Blanc that people are going to love it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And apparently the winery is out, and our distributor only had a few cases left, and they're squirreled away for us.
Yeah,
so
post-tasting, basically.
Post-tasting. So I know that some of you are going to jump on this one because it's so smoking good.
Yeah. And Tim's a great guy. As you'll see in just a second, he was the co-host with us for a earlier in quarantine Acrobat canned wine tasting that we did. And this, the Four Graces is really kind of his passion project, which I think he'll talk about. So let's bring Tim along here. Hopefully Finn and I won't get completely tough. There he is.
Hey.
How you doing?
Oregon.
Good. Thank you. You know, we're a little sad that you just one-upped us on the hat department.
I know. I didn't know what you guys are going to be wearing, so I even had these rhinestones in this hat. So
it's
got a little.
I had a Nissa hat last week.
Yeah,
a tall, thin.
He was all decked out, but he failed.
It was awesome.
So Tim, we really appreciate you joining us tonight. It's nice to have a familiar face join us for this tasting in January. And maybe tell us about Four Graces. I know this is a special project for you, and these are fun wines for you to make. What do people? I mean, and there's 4 different bottles, which is even kind of the really cool thing. So, what do people have to look forward to on the 15th?
So these wines are near and dear to my heart. They're handmade. There's only a couple of us who work in the winery, so it's all about kind of the small lots that make it, and it really is. It's a passion project for me. These wines have a sense of place. And again, we're growing Pinot Noir in Oregon, and you have to be a little bit mad, a little bit crazy to try to grow Pinot Noir. It's a very difficult grape. And then to do it in a cool climate like Oregon is even more difficult. So to get these wines to where they are, and it's really exciting. I do got to tell you, I just heard about that we were in the top 100 for Wine Spectator.
Oh, yes, I did see that.
Yeah.
Which wine? Yeah. The Pinot itself?
The Dundee Hills.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
So, yeah, that's a nice way to close out this year and be done with it and move on.
Amen to that.
Nothing like going away with a trophy.
Yeah. No, it's a nice way to end the year. It's to get some accolades for that. But I'm really looking forward to the tasting with you guys. And you mentioned the Pinot Blanc, which is fun because it's pretty rare. There's not a lot of Pinot Blanc out there. And like you mentioned, I was listening in, and that is a difficult wine to make. So I hope people enjoy it.
Cool. Well, we are very appreciative you're going to join us again. We didn't even have to twist your arm, so it was very, very, very nice of you. And I am super excited. I've had 3 of the 4 wines, so I'm pretty fired up to get the rest of them, the last one down.
Yep.
But thank you, and we'll look forward to seeing you on what I'm sure here is going to be a cold January Friday.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I wish I could be there in person, but this is the way to do it. This has been a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to it. Have a happy holiday, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
All right. Take care, guys.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's do that. Okay. So there we go. That's Tim Jones. Good dude. Better hat than Matt Finn.
Super nice guy.
Super nice guy. That is, again, the 15th, January 15th, 7 o'clock. So you buy one of these tasting packs. You get, which one is it? Oh, it's this guy.
4 wines. Nice travel box.
You can probably not even bother to wrap it. I mean, we've done the wrapping for you. It's $99.
Or if you are traveling.
Somewhere
to carry it.
There you go. You'll get the Zoom connection instructions, and then you'll get online with us and a whole bunch of other people, and including Tim, and spend an hour plus talking about Four Graces and Tim's winemaking philosophy, the wines. You can, pretty much ask anything you want during these things. So they're a lot of fun. And as obviously you saw, Tim is just a good dude. Last but not least, certainly is on the 22nd, Friday at 7 o'clock, Ridge Vineyards. We have the winemaker for really their top-end Montebello vineyard site, really one of the premier vineyard sites in the United States.
Yep.
3 really awesome bottles of wine. It's $150, a little bit more expensive, but these are all just like, if you're thinking like premium Napa fruit. Like
let's just say, if you were to say, out of like all the Major League Baseball teams, who's the winningest team?
The stupid Yankees, or somebody like that, or the Red Sox, or somebody.
You say the Yankees.
Yeah.
And how they load their team with a lot of amazing people. This is a loaded team of wines. Sure. I mean, they're all out of the park, crazy.
Yes, yeah. So that should be a lot of fun. And again, that is the 22nd. We still do have some of those tasting packs as well. Not a ton, and not a ton of the Four Graces as well. I think we're starting to kind of get down there in the Four Graces.
Yeah.
So any of those 3 are still available for sale. on the barriquesmarket.com website. You pick them up at Fitchburg, Middleton, or Monroe Street, and they make a great gift, of course. They certainly, if you want to treat yourself for the new year, that would be something you can do too.
If you are going to get the High West, though, you will have to order it from Monroe Street.
Oh, well, that's the only place that's left.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because if you wanted to get it for under the tree by Friday,
Right. So,
then you have to pick it up tomorrow.
yep. Which, just in case you're wondering, yes, we are open tomorrow, pretty much everywhere until right around 4 o'clock. So, so those are the tastings coming up, including one which we just sort of penned in yesterday. We've been very fortunate to have another guest join us in a second. We did a, it was Cab, wasn't it Cab and Trivia?
Yeah, it was Cabin Trivia. Yeah.
Cabin Trivia back a month or two ago. You know, online trivia, instead of Finn and I coming up with bad questions, we had somebody who like does this on a regular basis coming up.
Been doing it for a number of years.
Yeah, and I mean, it's A, the questions are better, B, the delivery is better, the whole thing is better.
Oh yeah, you feel like you're in a game show.
For sure.
In a way.
I mean, you do feel that's a great way
I
to
mean,
put it.
so the timing, everything is kind of perfect. Gives you time to,
Think,
ruminate over your answers. You can put a team together, try to, come up with answers faster.
win some prizes, and then interspersed with the 5 rounds of trivia we throw a bottle of wine and we talk a little bit about a bottle of wine. So the virtual wine and trivia tasting pack is out there on the Barriques Market site. This event is going to take place Thursday, the 21st.
Yep. Third
Thursday, 7 o'clock. And we have with us, waiting patiently, and I see has just also donned a hat to.
Oh,
it's like, Jesus, we really.
Well, we're getting thrown under the
I
bus.
know, we're totally getting thrown under the bus. And I know he was listening, so he just went and got it too. Mr. Martin Lee. And he was a great co-host. And I didn't realize we had a lot of people on, and he's hand tabulating basically with a little bit of a helper, like real time as we're going through this. He was drinking wine, and it was still accurate. And thank God I actually didn't have the worst score. You and I were pretty close to being towards the bottom because we probably weren't thinking about it much. But these are good questions.
Yeah.
So let's bring Martin on. I think he's ready, and he's got 2 questions for us tonight. There we go. Martin, you did it to us with the hat. I appreciate you.
I saw the hat show up earlier, and I figured I had to find one to make it just the same.
Very good. Well, I appreciate that. And thank you for the very last minute. These were all Hail Marys at about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock last night. Hey, please join us tonight. So we do really appreciate getting an opportunity to do trivia with you in a couple weeks. As I said, you're a far cry. It's actually not even remotely close to the job that Finn and I would do. And we asked maybe if there were a few questions that you might have for the audience tonight that I think were holiday themed, and perhaps we can see what kind of brain power we've got out there.
Yeah, so I can start us out here under the category of general Christmas history. An interesting point. The question is, on June 28th, 1870, which U.S. president formally declared Christmas to be a federal holiday in the United States?
Ooh.
On June 28th, 1870, which U.S. president formally declared Christmas to be a federal holiday in the United States?
Awesome. So we'll give our audience a little bit of time to see if they got some good answers. I figured we weren't going to do prizes because there would be too much rampant cheating. It would be kind of like West Point or something like that out there. No offense to West Point, just current events.
Current events.
So what was the date again, Martin?
That was on June 28th, 1870, which is a pretty good hint for a president question.
Yeah, I would say that's good. Do we have any other answers? We have one from my polymath spouse.
That's a pretty good.
I would not get this right.
That's a pretty good guess.
That is a pretty good guess.
Post-Civil War.
Mm-hmm. Come on, there's some of you out there that have.
Come on, somebody else has an answer.
The Wilsons must have an answer.
Yeah, where are the Wilsons?
Sure am I. Here we go.
Oh,
the full name. Clearly copy and pasted right out of Wikipedia.
Way to throw general on top of that.
All right, so it looks like we have quorum on Ulysses S. Grant.
And that is correct. It was Ulysses S. Grant who declared it a federal holiday in the United States.
Wow, only 1870. I'm surprised it wasn't.
Only 1870. Yep.
Huh. Interesting. All right. I would have gotten that wrong. How about number two?
So number two here, well, I'm going to go a little tougher, and it's going to be in the category of Christmas movies. And specifically, this one is from the 1990s. So if you know the Christmas movies from the 90s, you're set up well. The question is, in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, what is the name of the toy store that the newly rebranded Sticky Bandits plan to break into at midnight on Christmas? In Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, what is the name of the toy store that the newly rebranded Sticky Bandits plan to break into at midnight on Christmas?
Oh boy. Absolutely no idea. You know.
It's one of those answers that you never forget after you watch the movie 20 times.
It's the guy's name.
I don't know what the movie is. I'm sure I know what the movie is when you surprise. Oh, there is a little bit of a delay.
I mean, at my end, Brendan has watched this show no less than 40 times. I would think it would just roll right out.
It's just tough to. It was not Toys R Us. Actually, I don't really know. What was the name of the group?
The Sticky Bandits. They were the Wet Bandits in the first one, and then they changed to the Sticky Bandits because of the tape bands.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Yes, everybody is madly Googling. This is not history, Wilson. So this is where your Achilles heel. We know. We've instructed Martin so that you don't win.
Yeah.
Just throw in a couple of these non-history things because we'll know you'll smoke us otherwise.
I always have to make sure. I like to try to sort of feel out the teams that are going to be there so I can throw an Achilles heel round in that'll trip people up as they go along.
Nice. So while we're waiting for a couple, looks like people are finally zooming in to Google and getting the right answer. How long have you been doing this, Martin?
So I have been doing trivia since about 2010 at a couple of places around town, and it's just been me kind of writing the questions and doing the rounds that I'm interested in or that I find fun, and it's been a lot of questions.
That is a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Well, you can certainly tell you're well practiced at it. We got a lot of great feedback about the first time we did. In fact, the only negative feedback we got was when you actually weren't talking. Like, we need more stuff to do in the downtime, which is Finn and I's responsibility. But I think we've got that covered. We actually have more wine, which is always good this time, amongst a few other little surprises. I think you guys are going to do music round, like what you guys have done. I think you were talking about something like that. So anyway, what is the official answer, by the way?
So the answer is Duncan's Toy Chest, spearheaded by Mr. Duncan.
There we go. Yeah. Sweet. That's awesome. Well, thank you. We really appreciate on such last minute notice you joining us.
Thanks for having me on.
And looking so jolly.
Yes. We got the holiday sweater.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Have a great holiday, and we'll see you, if not sooner, in a couple weeks. Thank you again for coming on with us.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. Yep. Cheers. All right. All right. There we go. Woo! Awesome. So that's Martin. Woo! He's a good dude. I mean, you can just see that the delivery of that first question is just like when you have like 6 or 8 questions of those for 5
Yeah.
rounds. I mean, you just like kind of.
And I've done some. He does a night for like friends and things that he's allowed me to participate here and there. And sometimes it's the delivery and knowing the answer. It's like the way he delivers it makes you question your answer. Where
Oh yeah. Some of them are not as you overthink them.
Yeah,
you overthink them.
I heard something, and I don't know if it's true. Maybe somebody else out there can verify it. That when did Santa actually show up? What product?
Oh, I don't know. Like as a caricature that became sort of the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does anyone else know out there?
I'd heard that it was Coca-Cola.
Oh.
Like historically, like way back.
Like they were the originators of the guy in red and white.
Yeah.
It wouldn't
Since it was
surprise
our
me.
can.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. I don't know if that's
Well,
true.
it was a
or not.
bottle back then. It was
True.
a bottle back then. But nonetheless, so that is the 21st. You have a bunch of different options. Just to get into the trivia, there's just a 2-pack of soda. Thank you. There is a 2-pack of wines. The Zorzal. I grabbed the wrong
Malbec.
one. Is it the Malbec?
I thought you said it was.
It was actually the Pinot Noir.
Oh.
the Zorzal Pinot Noir and the
in the Bordeaux shaped bottle.
in the Bordeaux shaped bottle and the Arco Bianco. This is a liter. So you've got these 2 different bottles of wines, $29.99, so $30. That's all you have to buy. But we have 1 additional bottle for each round, so you can buy up to 5 bottles. Certainly, the 5-bottle deal is way the best deal. I think regular retail on the 5 bottles would be $69, $70, and it's $59. So if you get a bunch of friends to join you, you could even split the bottles up or whatever. It should be a lot of fun. That's the 21st. You can buy that now. You got plenty of time if you want to wait. But so that's a run of tastings and stuff like that coming up in January, with I think more to come.
Yes. We're working on getting some European winemakers.
Yes.
But we need to kind of work it so it works in their schedule and our schedule, so they're not doing it at 4 a.m.
Time zone wise.
Time zone.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. I think we're just going to roll, given time and stuff like that. We're going to right into the last item. I don't have them with me.
Oh.
So that's all right.
All right.
We have been holding on to these highly sought after rare brown spirits. We've done some things with Blanton's. We've done some things with E.H. Taylor, Willett, which there may be actually, since we loaded up the website, we made available some of the Willett experience that is going to take place. What date is that? Is that also the 21st? What is it? 27th? I don't remember. It's in January. Where we've got somebody from Willett to come on. I believe there's like 3 or 4 more of those available that we literally just added to inventory the other day. And the last one, I believe, of 2020, maybe Finn, you want to talk about these guys. We've got the, save some of, I don't know if it's the best for last, but pretty cool. The Rip Van Winkle, old Rip Van Winkle, 10-year, and the Stag Junior Bourbon. Both these things paired up, $199. They are not out on the website right now. They will be in 29 minutes at 8 o'clock. We'll make them available. There's literally just this pair. So you're going to have fast fingers if it's
Very
something of
fast
interest. But maybe you want to tell people a little bit about this stuff. I mean, what's there to say? Like, okay, done. Show over.
Well, the Stag, named after George T. Stagg, he was one of the owners of Buffalo Trace over its years of existence, and is one of the historical whiskey producers that people fall in love with. The Stag design or the Stag choice was always the best barrel. Like their master distillers would get together and they would go around and choose one barrel as being the best barrel, which became the George T. Stagg. And now there is a junior version of that. A little bit lesser expensive. It's not part of the antique collection, but definitely it's got the heat and the spice. I think, what was this year's? It was like 141 proof was the George T. Stagg.
Yes.
And so junior here is only 130.2.
Point two.
0.2.
Yes, just a wee bit less.
So yeah, he's a junior. He's aspiring to be completely over the top. And then we also have the always sought after Winkle family whiskeys. It's a couple bottles a year, and we typically in the past have used these as a donation for special occasions, things like that. I think this year somebody needs to put a smile on their face that they can round out the year with a bottle of
sweet bottle. I'm happy.
Yeah, sweet bottle of the old Rip Van Winkle underneath the tree, and definitely the biggest cult whiskey out there.
100%.
Yeah, I don't think anything touches this.
No.
So.
No. When we put it on the website, even after it's sold out, we'll get 8,000 phone calls for the next 3
because
weeks.
somebody saw it.
Right. It's like, oh,
You still got more of that? No, there
No.
isn't more of it. I wish we did.
So this 2-pack again, $199.99. Will be out there in the December 23rd show section. It'll also there's a gift guide section that has some rare bourbons and whiskeys. You can see some of the other things we've done. It'll show up basically all at the same time. And for anybody who's been chasing these in the past, it's like 8 o'clock, 8:01, 8:04, somewhere as soon as I get home.
Yeah.
So it just depends on how we roll out of here. And that, my friends, is the show for tonight. Thank you very much for joining us.
Woo!
Hope you all have a great holiday over the next couple days. If you're able to be lucky enough to be able to be with family, then kudos to you. If you're not, I guess there's next year, and hopefully Zoom will suffice. Just bring a lot of alcohol, and everything will be okay.
Right.
That's good. So we will look forward to seeing you, though. We will be here next Wednesday. Maybe not both in the same place, but we will be here live Wednesday, 7 o'clock. Thank you again for joining us. And
One more for the year.
One more for the year. Yeah. And we'll sign off on 2020. Sayonara, sucker. Good night. Have a great evening.
Thank you.